the chosen one. Your inner strength is now released. It's occurring now. Something spectacular is happening within you. And whether you know it or not, the transition has already started. The weight you formerly carried, self-doubt, second-guessing, and the worry of being too much or too little, it's disintegrating. What is rising in its place is the pure, irresistible energy of who you actually are, the genuine you, the divine you, the strong, chosen version of yourself that was never forgotten, only waiting for the right time to ascend. This is no coincidence. You were guided here right now because something strong in the cosmos is in sync with your spirit. So before we go any further, take a time to consider if you will give this message your all. Watch this video till the finish. Because there's something in this message that your soul has been longing to hear, leave your warmest, most genuine request in the comments. Declare it openly and repeat 7 times 7 to connect with the force of divine fulfillment. Because in this hallowed area, wishes are not simply created. They start to move, they start to materialize, and they start to form your world. The cosmos is listening, and energy follows. Intention. Now choose one. I like this video. Subscribe to Vibe. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and let's chat about your power. This is more than simply motivation. It's evidence that you've always had this power within you. The ability to speak life into existence. The ability to adjust your attitude and unleash previously dormant energy. The ability to modify your circumstances. Command your surroundings and project power. Even when everything around you attempt to unsettle you. You're not the same person that you were last year, month, or week. You are transforming, and the light inside you becomes brighter, clearer, and more evident with each passing day. You see, you were not supposed to fit in. You were supposed to stand out. Your uneasiness with particular individuals or circumstances was not a sign of weakness. It was your power. Refusing to reduce that pressure. You felt like your soul was forcing you to climb. And now the luck has changed. The seal is shattered. You've made the transition from waiting to walking. You are no longer merely prepping. You are taking action, being present, and claiming what has always been yours. There is no more waiting for permission. You aren't here to seek acceptance from the world. You're here to embrace your light, walk in your mission, and talk as if you've already won. Because the fact is that your triumph will not come. It is being disclosed. It is unfolding in layers. Every obstacle you overcome, every setback you faced, every night you sobbed quietly, it all laid the groundwork for this demonstration of dominance. Your inner power is not loud. It does not shout for attention. It moves silently. It murmurs directions. It causes changes in atmospheres. When you enter into a room, individuals who are not in sync with your frequency will sense it. They may not comprehend it, but they will experience it. This is why some individuals have withdrawn themselves. This is why others sought to keep you little. They felt something in you that you hadn't really embraced till now. The alignment process is now underway. Mental, spiritual, and emotional. Every level unlocks something for you. You're seeing more clearly. You are speaking more boldly. You're moving purposefully, even in the... And as the rest of the world struggles to achieve balance, you're already finding it inside yourself. Your strength is not dependent on ideal conditions. Your strength flourishes amid the storm. It thrives in unpredictability because true power is not about control. It is about trust. And you, chosen one, are finally coming to trust what you hold. You've attempted to explain it to others. You've attempted to minimize, conceal, and even deny it. But that's over. You cannot unsee your own brightness. You can't even feel the internal flames. You were never intended to be concealed. You were always supposed to shine. Furthermore, you were picked not just for strength, but also for the grace, intelligence, and clarity with which you use it. There is no more misunderstanding about who you are. The labels they assigned you are unimportant. The constraints they attempted to impose on you shattered the comparisons. Unnecessary. You're not a copy. You're not a version. You are an original. When the original steps into its own energy, everything around it begins to change. The room adapts. Opportunities emerge. Doors open because energy recognizes itself. And your freed energy announces you without you having to say anything. Your confidence is no longer fabricated. It is no longer borrowed. It is rooted. It is real. It is born from fire. Not because life was easy, but because you stayed firm when others faltered. Let us promote faith, hope, and love, bringing light not just into our own lives, but also to those who need it the most. Your donation provides a source of inspiration and healing for many individuals. Yes, you're being watched. Yes, your name is being uttered in rooms that you have not yet visited. And certainly, powers beyond your imagination are working for you. Because when power is unleashed from within, the cosmos reacts without regard for divine timing. Divine alignment is occurring. You're not too late. You are exactly on time. So breathe. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt stronger. You are getting promoted. And every delay was prepping you for a bigger unveiling. You are not powerless. You have a mission. You're not forgotten. You are favored. And now that your inner strength has been released, no force on this planet can dull what is already shining. This is your moment. It is not arriving. It isn't waiting. It is here. You have walked into it. You have crossed the line. You're suddenly a magnet for miracles, a conduit of heavenly force, and a living example of what it means to awaken completely. So keep ascending. The chosen one. Keep glowing, because the world has yet to glimpse your entire potential. But they're about to. Everything that previously frightened you is now shrinking in your presence. Not because the world changed, but because you did. Your viewpoint evolved. You've adopted a mentality in which barriers are transformed into training grounds and disappointments into opportunities. You are no longer ruled by fear, uncertainty, or reluctance. That previous version of yourself that played tiny is gone. What remains is someone who is aware of their own identity, who owns their mission and refuses to be delayed. Another moment. You've reached a stage where you're no longer susceptible to guilt or doubt. People used to tug cords connected to your heart. Those strings, however, have been severed. Your authority is sovereign. It does not respond to perplexity. It does not ask for attention. And it makes no apologies for being. The inner strength is solid, but it flows. It moves compassionately, but never compromises. It's worth. It's fierce. It's calm. You are unfulfilled, exhausted, and undiluted. You've learned you don't need affirmation anymore. And this is what makes you unstoppable. People cannot govern something they did not make. They are not the source of your strength. Something considerably larger bestowed it to you. And because they did not provide it, they can't handle it. They cannot darken it. They cannot undo the screenplay of your spirit. The minute you stopped looking for outside confirmation of desire, your destiny started to unfold. Every time you speak now, your words have vitality. Each time you move, now your actions have an effect. Even your stillness is audible since your power is not increasing. It exists. You do not need to show that you were picked. You were picked. Your life demonstrates it. Your survival confirms it. The fact that you're still alive after all you've been through confirms it. You were not just born to exist. You were born to shift, to alter the vibe of the room, to influence the thoughts of others around you, to change the environment by your presence. That's why you've been under so much pressure. You were prepared to bear that type of frequency. You were being taught not to collapse under the weight of your own grandeur. The cosmos did not put you through a test only to ruin you. It put you to the test so that you might be trained. Every adversity strengthened your resolve. Every betrayal refined your judgment. And every delay increased your patience. You learned to be patient. Every loss, your eyesight has expanded, and you now bear the wounds of a fighter, and a component of the soul that understands their power. The world attempted to write you off, but divine timing has brought you back in. You're no longer concerned about being misunderstood. You are no longer looking to be accepted by the majority. You found serenity in standing alone because you understood you were never really alone. You walk with invisible assistance. You move with heavenly support. You are covered, elevated, and encircled with favor. That is why things are likely to start moving quickly immediately. This is why doors will begin to open without explanation. Because when inner strength is united with divine purpose, a nation's success is inevitable. You are no longer responding to life. You're making it. You are no longer surviving your days. You are molding them. Every decision you make today stems from alignment. Everything you say now resonates with meaning. Your energy is no longer directed toward people or things that deplete you. You've gotten more picky with your time, space, and peace because power defends itself. And you've realized that keeping your peace isn't selfish. It is sacrosanct. Those who formerly attempted to disparage you will be watching your ascent, not because you want vengeance, but because your radiance is evident. You did not need to clap back. You only needed to get up. And you did. Quietly, openly, and entirely. The same manner. Seeds burst through dirt quietly. Your change occurred while no one was looking. And now, like those seeds, you are blossoming in ways that cannot be ignored. Your face has a fresh radiance, a fresh vigor in your voice, a new beat in your stroll. You are not yearning for your power to awaken. It already has. You are not waiting for your season to begin. It has already begun. Every breath you take now is a statement. Every motion you make creates a manifestation. Every moment you say yes to yourself, the universe responds tenfold. You are not just a dreamer. You are a doer, builder, leader, and healer. To be honest, you shake the earth merely by walking. And the world is about to see what occurs when someone who understands their power decides to completely embrace it. No longer hiding. No more shrinkage. No more pretending to be less than yourself in order to make others feel comfortable. You're rising because you're prepared. And the rising will not be silent. It will rock the foundations. It will disrupt routines. Those who were familiar with you before will be confused. But do not explain yourself. Do not apologize. Don't put out your fire to soothe others who are still traveling in the darkness. You have paid your dues. You have earned this shift. The only thing left to do is go bravely into it. The world needs your strength. The world needs your voice. The planet needs your vibe. And you're finally free to offer it. Not from desperation, but from excess. From a position of truth. From a point of alignment. You no longer chase things that are beneath you. You have upped your standard. You have increased your energy. And what is designed for you is rising to greet you at your new level. Get ready, since everything is working in your favor. Not by chance, not by coincidence, but your strength has been released. Nothing can stop what is now flowing. There is a magnetic change going on around you right now. You may not be able to see it with your eyes right now, but your spirit knows. Everything you've been calling in, every vision you've kept silent in your heart, is beginning to answer to the frequency you're emitting. This is what occurs when your inner power is awakened. You stop pursuing, and things start chasing you. Opportunities, alignment, fever, money, and clarity. Everything makes its way to you because your energy has become a beacon. This force within you is no longer latent. It's booming now, silently raging through your soul, words, and presence. You went from wanting to commanding, from hoping to knowing. And that knowledge affects everything. People can sense it even if they can't articulate it. That is why you are receiving diverse responses. Some people will appreciate you. Some people will separate themselves. Some will strive to hold on to your energies. However, your selected one must proceed with caution. Not everyone should have access to this new version of you. Because this version of you is more than simply strong. It's intentional. You don't simply stroll with confidence. You walk on a mission. You now realize that your light is not for adornment. It is for impact. You have been granted power to ignite. Others awaken. Others help others find their own freedom. You are a conduit for change, and every step you take with clarity sends ripples throughout the cosmos that extend far beyond what you can see. You've grown more conscious of your surroundings, your limitations, and your worth. Previously, you would have endured diversions, foolishness, and manipulation, but not in this version. Not the awakened version of you. You have outgrown the requirement for validation. You do not need anybody else to inform you. You are strong. You feel it. You live it. You awaken with it in your bones. And the selected one is a breakthrough in and of itself. This is not a little moment. This is not a transient increase. This is a spiritual awakening, a fulfillment of a calling, or a change in the chronology. What you're feeling is the convergence of purpose and power. You've always had the talent, but the time has now caught up with your efforts. Everything that seemed out of reach before now seems to be unavoidable. You have outgrown every falsehood that attempted to make you tiny. The falsehood that said you were unworthy. The deception that said you had to wait for someone to pick you. The untruth that claimed you weren't prepared. Look at you now, standing, in reality, moving in harmony and illuminating from within. You didn't just shatter the mold. You become a template for something new. It is no coincidence that you are on the rise right now. The timing is wonderful. The acceleration is genuine. Every second is full with possibility. Every day is full with marvels. And when others are still sleeping on themselves, you are fully awake to your destiny. Your eyes are awake. Your heart's on fire. Your way is lighted. And let's be clear, your power is not just personal. It is generational. What you activate now will not stop with you. It seeps into your family, community, legacy, breaking cycles, reversing curses, and transforming destinies. Your inner power is transforming everything around you. And that, my chosen one, is why you couldn't give up. That's why life will not let you give up. Because the weight you bear was never intended to crush you. It was intended to awaken you. You are the one that breaks the cycle, lifts curses, shifts patterns, and brings light. You have been selected to climb so that others might think that rising is possible, and you are doing it via truth, alignment, and courageous honesty rather than noise or show. You've become comfortable with your own energies. You no longer dread loneliness. You realize that in alone, your power grows. It's where the downloads originate. This is when the vision becomes evident. The part of you that previously craved loudness now values silence. And it is growth. That is evolution. That is power. And the world around you is shifting. Your outside environment is catching up to your inner transformation. The people, places, and resources are being adjusted to fit the new standard that your spirit has established. You will no longer settle. You're no longer chasing. You attract by just being. You create by believing. You manifest by knowing. This is the authentic you, the strong you, the version that does not seek proof but instead chooses to be. That is your new stance. You've finished explaining your energy to folks who aren't ready to accept it. You have outgrown the need to justify your worth. Those who are aligned will notice it. Those who are not will eliminate themselves. So let them go. Let go of the past. Allow the old myths to fall. You aren't there anymore. You have advanced to the next level. And now you are standing at a higher vibration. One that beckons purpose. One that maintains peace. One that increases eyesight. This road of strength is not about perfectionism. It's about being present. It is about truly owning your area. It's about recognizing that your inner fire was never intended to burn quietly. It was intended to burn, direct, and ignite. You are a living affirmation. That breakthrough is feasible. That power is not something you just perceive in others. It is something you embody. And you're not even finished climbing yet. This is only the beginning. Your finest season is not come. It's already started. You are living evidence that when you connect with your truth, the whole world starts to work in your favor. So keep going. The chosen one. Keep soaring. Keep standing. The world needs your light. And now that your inner force has been released, nothing can halt what is already in action.